Have you ever wondered how two lands so close became grounds for one of the world's most enduring conflicts? In the heart of the Middle East, nestled between the Jordan River and the Mediterranean Sea, lie two territories, Palestine and Israel. A mere glance at a map reveals their proximity, but beneath this geographical closeness lies a tangled web of history, culture, and conflict. These two lands, rubbed shoulder to shoulder, have been the epicenter of a struggle that has spanned centuries, a struggle that has shaped and reshaped the world we live in today. From ancient times, through the era of empires to the present day, Palestine and Israel have been at the heart of a complex narrative of sovereignty, identity, and survival. But how did it all start? How did two lands, so close yet so different, become the stage for one of history's most protracted disputes? Now journey with us through time as we delve into the history of Palestine and Israel. Our story begins thousands of years ago in the ancient world. The land we now call Israel and Palestine was once home to the ancient kingdoms of Israel and Judah. These kingdoms, rich in history and culture, thrived in the heart of the Middle East. In the time of King David and King Solomon, Israel and Judah reached their zenith, becoming significant powers in the region. The first Temple of Jerusalem, constructed under Solomon, was not just a place of worship, but a symbol of unity and a beacon of cultural and religious significance. However, these kingdoms were not immune to the ebb and flow of power. Over the centuries, they found themselves under the control of numerous empires. The Babylonians, under King Nebuchadnezzar, laid siege to Jerusalem, leading to the exile of the Jewish people. Yet the spirit of the people remained unbroken, their culture and faith persevering through the trials of captivity. Following the Babylonians, the Persians, under Cyrus the Great, took control of the region. He allowed the Jewish people to return to their homeland and rebuild their temple, marking a period of relative peace. Yet, the wheels of history kept turning. The Greeks under Alexander the Great swept through the region, bringing with them Hellenistic culture and influence. The Seleucid Empire, a successor state of Alexander's empire, sparked the Maccabean revolt, a testament to the resilient spirit of the Jewish people. The Romans were the next to rule, bringing with them a period of unrest and rebellion. It was under their rule that the Second Temple of Jerusalem was destroyed in 70 AD, leading to the dispersal of the Jewish people across the globe, a period known as the Jewish diaspora. Despite the trials and tribulations, the connection to this land remained strong. The memories of ancient kingdoms, of temples and revolts, of faith and resilience were carried in the hearts of the people, no matter how far they traveled. The fall of Jerusalem in 70 AD marked the beginning of the Jewish diaspora, but the connection to this land remained strong. Fast forward to the 19th century, a political movement emerged with a vision to create a Jewish homeland. This was the Zionist Movement, born out of a centuries-old dream for Jews to return to their ancestral home, a place they knew as Zion. Theodor Herzl, an Austro-Hungarian journalist, played a pivotal role in the formation of this movement. His vision was to establish a safe haven for Jews who were facing persecution and discrimination in various parts of the world. A significant turning point for the Zionist movement was the Dreyfus Affair, a scandal that shook France in the late 19th century. Alfred Dreyfus, a Jewish French army officer, was wrongfully accused of treason. This incident highlighted the deep-seated anti-Semitism in Europe and fueled the urgency for a Jewish homeland. As the Zionist movement gained momentum, Jews from across the globe started migrating to Palestine. By the early 20th century, the stage was set for a major shift in the region. World War I reshaped the world map, with Palestine coming under British control. This change in power ushered in a new era, with the issuing of the Balfour Declaration in 1917. This statement of support for a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine, made by British Foreign Secretary Arthur Balfour, had lasting implications. The Balfour Declaration, while cautiously worded, was seen as a beacon of hope by the Zionist movement. However, it also stoked the fears of the Arab majority residing in Palestine, who were concerned about the potential loss of their homeland. This set the stage for a period of tension and conflict between the two communities. Moving forward, the League of Nations granted Britain the mandate for Palestine in 1922. This mandate legalized the temporary British administration of Palestine, with the ultimate goal of establishing this national home for the Jewish people. However, the mandate also stipulated that the rights of existing non-Jewish communities in Palestine should not be prejudiced, a clause that was challenging for the British to enforce. By the end of World War II, the British government, unable to reconcile the conflicting demands of the Jewish and Arab populations, decided to turn the problem over to the United Nations. This led to the UN Partition Plan of 1947, which proposed the creation of separate Jewish and Arab states in Palestine, with Jerusalem under international administration. The Jewish community, represented by the Jewish Agency, accepted the partition plan. However, the Arab nations, including Palestine, rejected it outright. They argued that it violated the principles of national self-determination in the UN Charter, which granted people the right to decide their own destiny. The rejection of the partition plan set the stage for a conflict that would shape the rest of the 20th century. This conflict, known as the Israeli-Palestinian Conflict, would see numerous wars, a mass exodus, and endless negotiations, leaving a lasting impact on the region and the world. In 1948, the State of Israel was declared, sparking a conflict that continues today. This declaration ignited the First Arab-Israeli War, a conflict that pitted the newly formed Israel against a coalition of neighboring Arab states. Israel emerged victorious, seizing territory beyond the partition plan and creating a significant refugee crisis as hundreds of thousands of Palestinians were displaced. Fast forward to 1967, and the landscape of the Middle East was once again dramatically reshaped by the Six-Day War. Israel, in a preemptive strike, launched attacks against Egypt, Syria, and Jordan, who had been amassing troops along their borders. Within the span of a week, Israel had captured the Gaza Strip and the Sinai Peninsula from Egypt, the West Bank and East Jerusalem from Jordan, and the Golan Heights from Syria. This territorial expansion further intensified the conflict, as more Palestinians found themselves under Israeli control. In the midst of this turbulent history, there have been moments of hope. One such moment came in the early 90s with the signing of the Oslo Accords. The Accords, signed by Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin and Palestine Liberation Organization leader Yasser Arafat, marked the first time both parties officially recognized each other. The Accords outlined a plan for Palestinian self-rule in parts of the West Bank and the Gaza Strip, and set the stage for further negotiations. However, the path to peace has been marred with obstacles. The assassination of Yitzhak Rabin, subsequent political shifts, and ongoing disputes over land and resources have hindered progress. The impact on the people living in the region has been profound. Families have been torn apart, communities destroyed, and generations have grown up knowing nothing but conflict. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is not just a political issue, but a human one. It's about people who share a land, a history, and a deep-rooted connection to the region. It's about the right to self-determination, the right to security, and the right to exist. The conflict has left deep scars on both sides, with each holding their own narrative of the events that have unfolded. It's a complex, multifaceted issue, with no easy solutions. The international community continues to grapple with how to navigate this delicate situation, balancing the rights and needs of both Israelis and Palestinians. The struggle for peace continues, with each new negotiation, ceasefire, or peace plan offering a glimmer of hope. But the road to lasting peace is long and fraught with challenges. And while the world watches, the people at the heart of this conflict continue to live, work, dream, and strive for a better future. Despite numerous attempts at peace, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict remains unresolved. The history of Palestine and Israel is a complex tapestry of ancient civilizations, political movements, and enduring conflict. We've journeyed through time, from the cradle of civilization to the modern day, peeling back layers of history that have shaped this region. We've delved into the emergence of the Zionist Movement, a significant turning point which culminated in the British Mandate and the subsequent Partition Plan. This intricate web of events has led to the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict, a struggle etched deep into the heart of the region, a testament to the power of history and its influence on the present. The intertwined narratives of Palestine and Israel serve as a reminder of the intricate interplay between history, politics, and human lives. Yet the final chapter of this story remains unwritten. Understanding our past is key to navigating our future. The story of Palestine and Israel continues to unfold, and only time will tell what the next chapter holds.